All right, I thought this would be fun to experiment with our watercolor. I have a straw, so the next time you get a beverage takeout, hold on to your straw, just wash it first. Watercolor, or if you don't have watercolor and you have markers, or you can also use dye that you use to color your eggs, food coloring, that all works. I had a student use old makeup that they wet to become paint. So what I'm gonna do first, hold on to the straw and wet my brush. Make sure it's a soft watercolor brush. You don't want something thick and hard and doesn't allow water to hold in the bristles. Wet the paper. Do it almost like in a swirling motion. Like think of it as like clouds. Then you come into the water cakes. Put some water in the colors you're gonna try. Because if they're not wet, they're not paint. Watercolor is meant to dry so you can reuse it over and over. But you knew that. And don't dig your paintbrush because you'll ruin your set. You hear me saying it all the time. Don't dig your brush in the paint. All right, so my colors are kind of moist. I'm ready to go. So here we go. I'm gonna wet it again. Twirl my brush and just let some cool things happen. Let's see, let's try this color. The paper's wet, so it's doing like a tie-dye effect. Let the colors blend a little bit, mix. Isn't that cool? So the question is, Miss Francie, what are you making? I am actually going to be making an underwater scene. So I'm going to fill my paper with bright colors that I can turn into something that lives in the ocean. Any idea what this could be? Take a guess. I'm not telling you. Wait to see. All right, let's add a little bit of color in there. And I'll let that dry. So I tried some markers. So what you can do, wet the paper a little bit to make the water of the sea. Grab a marker. I think I use this one. I'm going to try the lighter blue. And you just go in there, just tap it, and it becomes a nice wet ocean swirl. Maybe a little bit of green. If it doesn't work at first, just add a little water to it. It's always better to add the water first. I think that spot was dry when I did the green. Try that again. There we go. Isn't that cool? And have fun making the texture in the water. Okay, another fun thing you can try. If you get a glass mug and some food coloring, of course, ask permission and cover your space because food coloring does stain. So if I take a little bit of water, put it in the mug, just a little bit. Then you take the food coloring, ask permission. I just put 2 little dots. Look at it swirling in there. Isn't that cool? All right, so now you take that and your paintbrush and a straw. Don't drink it. All right, take this and you put it right on your paper. This is great to use if you do not have watercolor set. Okay, this might need a little bit more. Hold on a sec. All right. So I didn't wet it. I just kind of left it in the center there. I just dot my brush. I can make my colors nice and bright. But what I want to do is take my straw. Watch this. Isn't that the coolest. All right, let's try that again. Please cover your tables, because if you don't, you're going to get paint everywhere. And I don't want your parents mad at me. All right, let's try that again. All right. To help your watercolors dry faster, try a blow dryer. So once it's dry, then you can start your drawing. Now, I printed out a sheet that have 8 different photographs, but my printer is running low on ink. Looks like we're out of cyan, but I'm just going to be using it for reference because I'm turning these into these. All right, to draw our jellyfish, you can use a Sharpie, any other marker you might have that is a dark color. I'm going to use my Micron, number 8. Makes a thick line, but not too thick. So if I look at the jellyfish pictures, there's a bit of an outline, like a contour. When we were drawing our pumpkins, we talked about contour lines. But for our jellyfish, our contour lines kind of disappear into the water a little bit. So you don't have to be exact because they're fluid, they're moving. So that's the outside shape, maybe the inside. And what if I made it rounded looking? Because this is my drawing, it doesn't be realistic. So I don't know if you noticed, but I'm using the shape that I drew or painted with the watercolor. Now you can make these lines with the straw if you like, if you want to make those lines with the straw. And blow and make them look like they're in motion. This is a good way of making them connect